I did something today that's very hard for me to admit. I bought something new.
Okay, one of the first things we got to do is get this pin type off. I got this adapter here for Skidsteer. First things first, we're gonna grease. I got 4 zerks here. I'm greasing. A little tight getting the pin in, so I ground it. See if that works. I can't tell if it's the bush hog that's bent or if we just missed a little bit on the connection. This is a 18.5-foot hose. It's specific to this tractor. This is 4,000 pound hydraulic hose. You get these for free down at Napa. So what I normally do when I run these is I put a cap on the end. I'm going to push through so it doesn't get any debris in it. So this end's got to go to the front. This end will go here on the remotes. I don't know if you can see it. So what I do is just snake it through there. It's going to be something you have to figure out on your own tractor if you're watching this to figure out how to do this. Taking advantage of any kind of little channel that I can get this up into to keep it from being pulled away by sticks or whatever. This is a second-hand tractor, and so it came with its own set of actuator controls from some piece of equipment. It wasn't tractor. So everything on this tractor as far as added hydraulics is NPT. So all my fittings are NPT, except for there's a few flares. I'm gonna make a bracket to hold these two right here, like this, like that. thing was filthy. These are used parts here. So what we got is converted this from what was compatible with skid steers back to like what I have for these tractor implements here. So this is the moment of truth. Okay, so one of these supplies the downward force and one of them supplies the upward force. So here we go. I don't like the way that come out crooked, but I was trying to clear this right here, so I may have to straighten that up a little bit, but I think it's going to work. Let me show you what it looks like in the back. Okay, and in this area right here, not related to the new bucket, these hoses were all leaking and busted and too long and all sorts of mayhem through here, so I replaced all those. So these two right here to the bucket, and then it runs underneath. I don't think the limbs will catch it. Okay, so here's what I've got. This contraption right here was already on the tractor, and he just said he had some kind of implement he was powering with it. What I thought was maybe I can use the actuator on the left over here to run the bucket. So okay, so let me climb up on the tractor. Okay, so the way this works is flow comes in from the pump through this device and back out over here. So it's doing this number right here. And when you actuate this, you direct it here to one of those. Push or pull. Alright, so the same here. Pressure comes in, goes across to this one, and then leaves back and goes to the back of the tractor, and I'll show you where that's connected. Then these actuators here go here, here, and here. So this one is going to one of those on the front of the bucket. Okay, these two are for, like, I'm planning on running a bat wing with this. So now let me show you what we got back here. All right, so you can see that this one is going back up on the right side, coming in here. This one is going from here to the front of the bucket, and you see that right there? That's coming from the bucket into the return. This is just the reservoir return. Okay, no pressure on that line. All right, so the bat wing I'll be connecting to here. Okay, let's see what happens here. This is a moment of truth. This is where I check for leaks and to actually see if it works. So I'm gonna set you up over here. Okay, clearly that didn't work. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take and just run the bucket grapple off these two remotes here, just like everybody else is doing. I thought I was gonna be smart, but I'm not. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to do that because it's fixing to get dark and it's plenty cold out here. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. What a difference a night makes when you go to bed thinking about something, but it's not that complicated. What this is designed for is a pressure to move and a gravity to feedback type system. Those controllers up there is going to be ideal for a bat wing. where you just lift up and let gravity bring it down. So it makes a lot of sense to me now. So what I got to do is remove this from the front end loader and just simply go here. So that's what I'm going to do this morning. Hopefully all the hoses still reach. That was tough. So that one stays over there. And then I gotta get up there and take that loose. So this was plugged into that actuator up top. And now I'm gonna plug it in right here. There she is. So now we're connected from here to the bucket. Alright, let's see what she does. Okay, that works great. I can tell that it's got force going down because the tractor is bogging down when it hits the rock bottom. So that works good. I'm just having a little trouble with that actuator back there. So it's time to get out there on the property and experiment a little bit. I'm so excited right now about this. The reason I went with this bucket grapple is because I haul dirt a lot. So we got a garden and a greenhouse and all that. So I wanted to be able to haul dirt and not have to take it on and off. So I really wanted to buy those bolt-on grapples for my bucket, but they were so weak looking that I knew that I would bend them because I lift logs for the sawmill and all that. Another thing is there's two different rams here. So on a log which are uneven, I can close on an uneven log and not bend anything. If this was all connected right here and you put the pressure on something that's irregular, you're probably going to bend it or you're going to have to be careful, and I'm not good at being careful. So this adds quite a bit of weight. I think the shipping weight was 1,000 pounds. So that hydraulic station up there on the fender may have been installed here because of this right here. See, I added this spring to help return this. You know how these remotes work, it's just a cable. So he might have been having problems with this right here and decided to go that route because this is very expensive. It still works, it doesn't leak or anything, it's just very difficult to actuate. So I welded this on, put the spring on there. See, I can move it from back here if I'm working with my splitter or something like that. All right, we're looking underneath the tractor here. I was looking for the reason for that remote to not work too well. So I'm looking straight up underneath the fender well, basically. And you can see right here, that's bent. So it's not allowing the lever here to go all the way down. So this was bent because it really needed a spring to pull it back, the remote actuator back that direction. So I'll show you, I put some springs on there and I'm going to bend this out straight. For this type of operation, if you can get one of these are perfect for bending. It's got a little flat jaw there and I just love them. Anyway, let's do this and give it another try. Got the springs on and I straightened that cable to rod connection. Let's give her a try now. Yeah, good. I guess I'll go carry it over to my garden. Camber girls wanted this tree down for a while now. You can see that it's probably not going to fall. It's all interlocked with this other big tree. There's about 30 growth rings right here. Should I try it again? Just the end broke. This is the most difficult lift right here because you can't see the trunk of the tree. You can't guess the weight from one end to the other. Many times the leaves weigh more than the trunk. So this is when a grapple, if it can get a hold of something solid, will save you some time. This right here is light duty. And this right here is heavy duty. One more thing is I could have got that valve system that was on the fender well to work. But when I got to thinking about it, why would I want to have to work 2 valves instead of just 1? So that's why I went with just the remote, the tractor remote. We'll save the other one for the back one. I worked about 2 days on this. Well, I did work 2 days, but I think you could do it in 1 day. It's just I went ahead and started fixing everything. All the hydraulic leaks, man, it was a mess. In fact, the next thing I'm going to do on the next warm day is pressure wash the whole tractor and try to get all that oil off of it. And I didn't see any leaks, but that'll help me determine if I have any more leaks. I only really needed 2 hoses. They're 18.5 feet long. They're $180 a piece. Half-inch, 4,000 pound. Each of the fittings on the ends were about 15. So you're looking at about $420 to have high quality hoses. Don't really need 1/2 inch for this application, but I might need it for the next. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed watching this.